my cheat in a sense. They weren't really, it wasn't working for me, it was working against me. And so if I were to change it, I would, me telling a younger Opus, I would say, hey man, you got that shot, don't do that, do this. Go start working harder on this side and doing business and not worry about who you're hanging out with tonight and tomorrow and the next day and all that stuff. And that's very important. And you can always say coulda, shoulda, woulda, but that would probably be my advice to a younger Opus or to any musician that has a shot. Is don't capitalize on the moment and keep it going. Don't let it fall. Don't think it's gonna happen on its own. It never does.
Do you have a favorite part?
Favorite part of the book?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Something that just really just outstands everything.
Honestly, I gotta say, Kai Blackman knocked it out of the park with the forward. The forward, I mean, I wish I could read it to you, but it's really long. But you guys can, if you guys get the book, you can read it. He did an amazing job. I mean, he literally brought a tear to my eye. Like he basically was like, because we left off on weird terms back in the day. We're cool. We've been friends for years now, and we're cool. But because of what happened when we were, kids with the band, the whole band, they thought, and it's also in the book, they thought that I was robbing them, and they threw me out of my own band that I created. But because I realized that someone had to do something. Like if you don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. So I would go out and I would make things happen. And because I was doing it all the time, I was the one getting the press or the praise. And so they got jealous, basically, in a sense, and they were like, okay, this guy's doing something. She's trying to steal all the fame, and then some weird stuff happened on tour, and the next thing you know, they threw me out. So, and that's when I started Gargantua Soul. So I took that negative, and I was like, oh yeah, you're gonna throw me out of my own band. Well, I'm gonna make a bigger band that's better than your band. Yeah, they tried to, and I was like, I'm gonna hit up the biggest, most popular cat in New Haven, who's in a band called Blind Justice, and I'm going to create my own peanut butter and chocolate. It's going to be Gargantua Soul. And Pat Garcia was a part of it. He played Didgeridoo. He was also a part of Dead by Wednesday in the beginning. So was David. These guys all helped start this band and made it what it is today.
One more question.
Yes, ma'am.
As you mature, right?
I'm never mature.
You will.
When's that going to start?
Would you ever consider playing a different genre? Something I could listen to and like.
I play acoustic.
I was going to say, buddy, he does have an acoustic CD.
I don't really do it anymore because I don't find pleasure in fronting a band, to be honest with you. I'm definitely a drummer. But I would do maybe if I can't play aggressive, so if I'm like 70 something, I'll just play some light jazz, whatever. Like
Gotta work for you.
I always play music, or book bands, or be involved in the entertainment industry because at this point that's all I know. I either that or flip burgers. What am I gonna do?
So anything else besides the drums?
I play guitar. I sing a little bit, and I play piano a little bit. I can play bass a little bit, but guitar and drums are my main. I taught myself how to play guitar because I always surround myself and play with the best guitar players in the area. So that's why I learned from watching them.
And he plays very well.
Thank you.
Gentleman in the back, you got a question?
Yes.
Shoot.
What can you tell us about the years you were working with WCCC and IROCK Radio?
Sure. Gargantua Soul had a healthy career, due in part of a lot of the independent radio stations around the country. One of them, which really launched our career, was WCCC 106.9 FM in Hartford. A buddy of mine, Craig, they call him Craig the Porn Star. Very PC. Back then there was no PC, but they would have all been canceled. But anyway, but CCC, Mike Caroli, and Craig the Porn Star, and a lot of these cats, they took us under their wing and they added our song to regular rotation. So you would hear Godsmack, Stained, Gargantua Soul all day long. And that's really what kind of, I always say to this day, I'm sort of grandfathered in a sense. I feel I feel bad a lot for like aspiring musicians that wanna break out today. I'm not saying that they shouldn't do it, they should definitely give it a shot, cause you never know. But in a sense, the only reason why, you know, we sort of have, I have this career still around here is because I'm sort of grandfathered in from the 90s. So people still remember, I built a fan base through that, and now Dead by Wednesday is taking it over on their own with the guys that are playing with us now, and the same with Earth. I mean, the Sabbath thing is ridiculous. I mean, we're getting offers that are, you know, you would think we're Black Sabbath, because you can't see Black Sabbath anymore. You can't get that anymore. You can't even get Ozzy really anymore. I mean, so we try to do all the classic stuff. So between both bands, I think that what we're doing now is we're taking it to another level where I sort of left off in a sense. But the reason why that happened was because of, to answer your question, radio station like WCCC helped us and, you know, helped build us up on a more of a commercial rock level.
It goes back to my earlier question. I mean, back in the day, it was about radio play to get yourself noticed. Now it's about you know how many hits you get on Apple Music.
Exactly, which is sad. I really think you know I see, like, you know, just I joked around the other day. I put up a positive post, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be at the Breakwater Books. Well, about 7 likes. I bitched about something just to see, right? 100 and something likes.
Yeah.
And then I put the post, and then in the comments I put the Breakwater, the event invite in there. Because more people are going to see it in that thread, the negative thread, than they're going to see in the positive. And that's the more
I know. Yeah. Rather the one where you're kicking yourself in the teeth than the positive.
Or going to the bathroom in Europe.
Yeah.
My bass player took a picture of that.
Was it a squatty potty? We're European?
Yes, it was a European toilet.
European then?
No bidet.